What's going on, everyone? So, just been playing the 360 we just put together. I've gone through this list of races on Blur, which was the game that I didn't want to load in the first place, but seems to be all good now. It is quite loud with the fans hooked up to the higher voltage. Go ahead and shut it down. We're going to start digging into this PlayStation 4. So basically my idea is having this grill here, and then probably the black fan. I also have a white one, but I think it'd look better with the how it kind of goes back and forth there. So we're going to make a little vent in the top, force some air in at the top. Even though that's the underside of the motherboard, it still has a cutout here that'll kind of help feed this fan, as well as the vent in the back. It'll just kind of push air across, kind of just help cool the back side, which every little cooling helps keep these cold. We've got these feet here, the PlayStation logo lifts it up a little bit. Again, the bottom side is going to heat up quite a bit, especially when it's laying on a surface. It'll heat up more because that is completely trapped. So just adding that little bit of gap there can make a big difference. And then I think I want to add another little vent on the bottom, and we'll kind of just put one of these over it. So that'll give us that clearance for that little extra. And then of course some new good thermal paste. And this fan is in good shape, it just needs to be cleaned out a little bit. So I think adding that extra to the fan, since there is vents here on the sides that it's going to kind of draw air in from, but both sides of this fan are kind of just up against something, which is where it would draw air in from. It pushes it out the sides, so we're just going to try to open that up a bit. This also gives me an idea for, I do want to buy another one of these after this one's complete, and actually do a water cooling version, so it would be set up similar. It would have the radiator here, probably a reservoir back here, and then the tubes can either come out from the bottom or from the side, where the water block would be, and would put the pump on the bottom as well. So I would need similar feet like these that are just taller, so I can fit that, as well as we still want probably a little slim fan on the very bottom for the rest of the components. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and trace this out. Probably use some painter's tape, and then we can start cutting. I don't want to have to paint anything on this. I want to keep it white. White and blue is kind of the theme there. So the other option was this LED fan, but I don't know, I think it'll look nice and clean with just the black, and this does have white LEDs on the inside as well. So alright, we got this one taped off, and as I've shown in previous builds, like, angle the corners, that way we still have some material left to drill some holes and use those to mount the fan and the grill. And then on the bottom here I made just 4 little dots where we're going to drill out holes. This will be placed right about here, and then I think on the inside, I don't really want to just cut out a big square. I think I want to drill a hole in the center, and then just kind of drill a few holes just to allow a little bit more airflow into the intake of the fan from underneath, especially since it'll be raised up. And then the top will kind of do the same thing. It still has a vent in the back, so anything we force in through the top will mostly be forced through the back vent, but it will also, let's see here, it's upside down. Actually no, it's not upside down. So you got this right here, that gap there is where air can go in to also feed that fan, and it's also just going to blow across the back side of the motherboard. We still have that shield here that holds the heatsink on, but all this extra airflow should definitely help this thing stay cooler and never get to that point where it needs to speed that fan up to something ridiculous. So let's go cut these out. got the main spot cut out. There we go. We'll get it cleaned up a little bit more, and then we just have to drill our holes in the four corners so we can mount our fan. And yeah, everything else I need to do just with the drill bit real quick. Probably going to be it on this video. I wanted to end with a question because I didn't want to get this in the process of going back together yet until I decided on this. Like I said, I want to keep this a white system. I don't want to paint it or anything. I like the white. Now I'm using this black fan to kind of match how it's white, black, white, and then it'll continue black and white. But I had the idea of, since everything comes off of this plastic frame, of painting the frame either all white to match, or maybe just with that color shift black that I've used several times, something like that. So let me know what you guys think. Should I just keep it black and white, don't worry about painting anything, and just get this back together in the next video? Obviously I got to take the rest of the stuff off of here anyway and make sure everything's all cleaned up on it. Or since it's actually going to be warm enough outside to do some painting, should I go over this? Maybe just a matte black? I think that would actually match the fan since it's a flat finish, a matte finish. And then this is kind of a glossy material, and even though you don't see very much of it, I think it would make a nice difference if it was just done in matte, or maybe something else to kind of pop, either all white or color shift, something like that. So let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to finish up the last little bit. I took the little silver shielding off of the back of here, since that is right in the center of where I'm putting this filter. Yeah, so just some drilling and then mount the stuff and reassembly. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to end this video in here. Like, comment, subscribe. I would also like to start on another video that's unrelated to any of this stuff today while it's nice out. So I'll see you guys in the next video.